I mean, I really shouldn't have to press 74 buttons to get this shared on Facebook. So if they could fix that, that'd be great. Episode 66, as the light flickers on, perfect timing of the Illini Basketball Podcast, as we have another offseason one. We've done more offseason ones before May than I thought we would have. I think this is like our third or fourth one after they lost in the second round of the tournament. If you didn't hear, I just wanted to make sure we're all clear on that, which sucks. But hey, you know, it is what it is. 66 is halfway to 132, I believe. So got
Good
that
work.
pretty quickly. So
Yeah,
there you go.
impressed with your math skills these days.
That's kind of how it goes. And I'm thinking the shirt that I'm wearing, which is the Rothstein shirt, I think that might have ruined the season, to be honest.
Probably.
Because when I got that shirt was the day they lost to Michigan State. Now, they had a bunch of huge wins after that, but maybe if they don't get the shirt, then they beat or they lose to Michigan State, and then they do the other wins, but then they keep on winning after that instead of losing in the second round. I just thought, you know, so yeah, I mean, there's a chance that could happen if they suck next season.
That's what I like to hear.
But I would say
burning on stream.
We will do that if that happens.
Yes.
If each season or each episode that we've done, I think the outlook on next year's team has gotten a little bit brighter. Even though we're going to start with something that kind of sucks, but you expect it to happen. I think my feeling on it was all heart, no brain.
Sure.
I just really thought he would come back, but
yeah. Kofi announced on Twitter and Instagram yesterday that he is leaving for the NBA. I will read what he said, and then we can kind of talk about it, I guess. It's kind of long, so bear with me. So here it is from Kofi Coburn. I would like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to take this journey and build all these wonderful relationships and memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you to my coaches, mentors, and family for always offering me the love, guidance, and wisdom needed to cross every obstacle that came my way. For them, I am truly grateful. To my team, you have helped me in making me the man I am today in so many ways. No matter how many challenges came, we looked out for one another, and I am proud to call you my brothers. Illini Nation, that's him speaking to us. I can't even begin to express how happy I am to be an Illini. You guys were not allowed to attend most of the games, but your love was felt throughout the entire season. You guys provided ultimate support, and I have no regrets from choosing you. Basketball took me to places I wouldn't dare dream of as a boy. It taught me lessons in life. The NBA has been a lifelong dream of mine, and I am ready to go to the next level and see what's in store for me. This journey is really special to me, and I appreciate everyone who played a part in getting me here. 21 out. This is a see you later.
I mean, you know, Trent Frazier made it seem like he wasn't going to come back. So.
Yeah, Trent Frazier was trolling people, though. Yeah, I guess college kids do that these days. I don't know. I'm not young enough, but
yeah, I'd say there's a 1% chance Kofi comes back.
Yeah, I've heard that he's already talked to a non-certified NCAA agent. So I don't know how true that is, but if he has. Definitely he can't come back. It just seems like he and there's been talk that his crew or whatever you call them, they knew it was going to be 2 years and done. When they came to Illinois, they weren't going to think about it or anything else. I think that I don't know if it'd be beneficial for him to come back. I mean, I get it that he might not go drafted, maybe go play in the G League, maybe go overseas. I don't think that he was ever the college guy. I want to get my degree. He could be like, Garza, one of the best college centers to ever play the game. Does that transfer over to the NBA? Not really. I mean, not today's NBA. Everybody talks about, 20 years ago, he would have been a lottery pick, but I don't see how him coming back would help him. As much as I would love it, I don't see Underwood moving him out 15 feet from the basket so he can show NBA scouts that he can make that shot. I mean, he can do that in the G League or or go overseas and work on that. I don't see him doing that in college. I don't see Underwood using him as that kind of guy. So it makes complete sense that he's leaving. It sucks, and it puts a wrinkle in Illinois' team next year. But there was some good news out there too. There's no way to replace a guy like Kofi. He's one of those, one every decade center probably. Yeah, just his body. And
here's what I think. Okay,
dogs don't like.
It's also what I think. The number one thing that I think about is that it sucks that Kofi and I only got to play 2 games in the tournament in their career. That sucks. I understand he was an older sophomore, so if he would have played all 4 years in Illinois, he would have been 23 or 24 by the time he got to the NBA as a rookie. And then, it comes to the fact that the style of the NBA these days isn't catering to what he does. I think he probably will be able to shoot at some point. Like we've seen him do it in the offseason, have an ability to shoot. And I think he'll have the opportunity to shoot the ball in the NBA if someone takes it. And like I said, he was an older sophomore, so he would have been 23 or 24 before being able to play in the NBA if he stayed all 4 years in Illinois. And I kind of feel like I would be one of these people that complains on social media about, oh, it's a bad decision, 1 more year, that type of thing. I didn't think that with the situation. I just thought that 1 more year, would have been fun and, fun. But even if he doesn't get drafted, he's going to make money playing professional basketball somewhere.
Absolutely.
And he's, like you said, a once in 2 decades. We'll say once in 2 decades.
Yeah, I'm fine with saying that.
And if this were 20 years ago, he'd probably be in that top 8, top 10 range of the draft because he'd be he'd probably be looked at as the next Shaq, which at this point these days, you don't really need the next Shaq because it doesn't fit anything that happens in the NBA anymore. If you look at all the best centers in the NBA, they can either pass really well or shoot really well or do both.
And they're quicker too. They're a little quicker than.
Well, there's a couple that like Nikola Jokic is very slow, but he's a great passer and can shoot, and was the favorite for the MVP a few weeks ago. So I mean,
and all it takes is one team to say, "Hey, we're going to take a chance," and he gets drafted in the 2nd round. But I mean, he has a different skill set. I mean, and it's just the NBA is just not that anymore. So I don't know. I hope the best for him. If that 1% happens and there's some way he comes back, we're all gonna love it. But don't think that it's more than 1%.
Yeah, let's get to these questions real quick. So the person that asked them doesn't leave before we answer them because I feel like that happens to a lot of people.
Sure.
We did talk about the Kofi situation. My big thing is people that say, oh, bad decision, you should come back. Shut up. I mean, if you had the opportunity to go to school or make $1 million playing basketball, what would you do? I mean, come on.
I'd make $1 million.
Exactly. So those people, come on. And of course, I'm seeing it on Facebook because that's how Facebook is. Facebook's full of a bunch of clowns who don't know what they're talking about, and they complain about everything. And, people fight about everything on Facebook. And Facebook and Twitter are the same level in terms of BS and everything that happens on there. But I just think that these people that say Kofi should come back need to look at everything in his entire situation. And I don't think people are doing that. I think they're looking at it from the standpoint of, well, he should come back because Illinois will be better. There's more to it than that. And I think that Omar Payne is going to be, if he ends up being the guy that plays the 5 and they don't get anybody else, I think Omar do that because I think he's a very good rim protector. I think he and Kofi obviously have different skill sets, but when you have a guy like Curbelo passing to you, because Curbelo is going to run the offense, and Omar Payne, all he has to do is catch the ball and dunk it on offense, and he actually is a very good rim protector. So I think Omar Payne, if he's the guy who plays the 5, will be fine.
What do you think about Hamlin now going to get more time?
I hope that doesn't happen because that would be bad. Really bad.
Ouch.
I think it would be Lieb.
Yeah. Lieb's going to have to start eating 8,000 calories a day.
Maybe he's doing that. You'd
So
think that they would be doing that if he's. I think the last guy that fills out this roster, because they have one more spot left, right?
they technically, yeah, unless Miller
Does
comes
Frazier
back.
count as a scholarship?
Nope,
Okay, so DeMonte could come back and would be fine.
correct. He
They
doesn't count either. So
yeah.
neither of those two count. There's with Kofi gone, there's one spot. So I mean, they could maybe get a big. People are
That's what
all
they need
about
to
Trey
do.
Mitchell, but I think Trey Mitchell's a better skill set. Omar Payne. I mean, he's not a big. He's 6'10", 6'9". So
Why did I see on Twitter something about like watch out for Trey Mitchell or EJ Liddell in this spot? It's like
EJ
Liddell would be great
Liddell,
here, but come on, he's not even in the
absolutely
portal,
not
is
even
he?
happening. No,
Yeah.
that's silly.
Another
Anyways,
one of those morons on Twitter who, just
yeah,
throws things at the wall, sees what sticks, and is what it is. But got to get another 5 or someone like that with some length because I think this team next year is going to be great in terms of wings and guards.
yeah.
But after that, you got some question marks.
And my other, and I know you kind of put it on later, so we can wait. I was going to talk about the defense, but we can wait on that. So,
All right, let's get to the other question real quick.
sure.
Actually, let's just say this: Trent Frazier's back officially for his 5th year, even though he was posting all this cryptic stuff saying "Thank you, Illini
Thank
Nation."
you,
And
Illini.
yeah, I mean that could mean anything.
Trolling us, Illini Nation, trolling us.
I mean, I always figured that if his brother and dad, which not going to say anything, but
Sure.
if they're kind of saying he's going to come back, then I thought he was always going to come back. I didn't really think there was any other alternative for him unless he wanted to go overseas and play. And it's like,
Right.
Why not play at Illinois one more year if you can?
And then he could go test overseas, I guess.
He's not going to have as many challenges against different guards in the Big Ten next season because you look at what's happening with Iowa. They're going to be a disaster. You're going to have Marcus Carr probably not staying in the Big Ten. He'll be out.
Right.
Minnesota, who are they going to have? I know Minnesota's getting a lot of players, but I don't think they're going to have a guard that's as good as Marcus Carr next season. So not going to be, it'll be the normal Big Ten, but a couple teams there that you would have thought like a Bohannon matchup if Bohannon comes back, which he still could. I don't know, but this question says, what do you think about the Plummer Frazier freshman situation? Do commits start to look elsewhere, suck it up and play? I mean, none of the commits are point guards.
Yeah, they're all 3-4 stretch wings. I mean, I don't see them worrying about this. I mean, freshmen are freshmen anyways. I'd prefer not starting freshmen.
I think they all had a pretty good idea of what they were getting themselves into. They all signed when we knew what the roster
Trent
was going to
Frazier
be.
could come back. Nobody thought Adam Miller was going anywhere. So getting Plummer, I don't know how that adds to it. I mean, he kind of fills Miller's spot. I thought he was going to fill Trent Frazier's spot until Trent decided he was coming back.
Have you watched Plummer play at all?
I have.
Love his game.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of bounce, like his shot.
Yeah.
Man, he's basically, he reminds me a lot of like if you combine Frazier and Curbelo because he can make plays defensively. Like he's not a great defender, but he can get steals. He averages a steal a game, and he's a decent passer, and he's a really good shooter. Yeah. So I think he'll fit in perfect. Now, I do worry about the fact they're going to have 3 guards playing at once probably because I think Plummer is going to really challenge for a starting spot. I don't know if he'll start, but I think he'll really get close because he's really good.
I can see that.
He was one of the best players in the Pac-12 last season. So
right.
Which apparently is the best conference ever.
Underwood was really happy about this pickup. He did make a comment about Plummer. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, he can do a lot of things, like in terms of passing the ball. I've seen him make a lot of plays. Like I said, he can shoot, and reminds me of Curbelo. Not a great defender, but gets a lot of steals.
Yeah, so Underwood said, we are thrilled to welcome Alfonso Plummer to the Fighting Illini and add one of the best shooters in the country to our lineup. He's a proven scorer at this level, as evidenced by his shooting numbers he put up every night against the Pac-12 competition. Alfonso's experience and high basketball IQ, combined with his explosive scoring ability, make him a great fit for our multi-guard offense. So, I mean, that's the thing is like they're really focusing on building this team around Curbelo and him being able to feed not only if they get some bigs, Omar Payne, like you said, you throw it up to him, let him slam it down, but Curbelo to get in the lane and then kick it out to all these shooters. So the freshman that Illinois is getting, Podziemski, I mean, he's going to be able to sit out there and just shoot his shot. I think that those guys see how good Curbelo is, and Curbelo has been very influential on getting these guys. He is basically the reason why Plummer decided to come to Illinois, and what he's doing by, I'm sure that he's telling him, I'm going to get you open looks all day. Curbelo scored when he had to, but I think next year he's going to be able to just feed the ball to people, which
he's
is
going to have
multiple.
He's going to have multiple double doubles with 10 assists.
Correct.
And the other thing that I look at is like, this team's not going to have any trouble scoring. Like, they're going to be similar to Baylor with how many guys they have that can shoot threes.
Yeah.
You're going to have Frazier, Plummer, Podziemski, Goody. Grandison can shoot the threes if you need him to.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Hutcherson can do something shooting the ball at some point.
I mean, look at Grandison was 41.5% from three last year.
You have to think Curbelo will be a better shooter.
If DeMonte comes back, I mean, there's another guy that was shooting lights out this year.
I mean, if DeMonte comes back, then you don't worry about defense as much either, because you're going to have Frazier and DeMonte guard defending, and Omar Payne, like we said, is a primary rim protector.
Yeah, he's probably a better defender than Kofi.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not the size, but
I think
the hoop, he's definitely
the only thing you worry about it with him is that if you don't get a good backup center or someone behind him that you trust, I think he's the type of guy that can get into a lot of foul trouble.
Right.
So I might worry about that, and hopefully he doesn't, elbow anybody in the head. Yeah. So shouldn't worry about scoring.
Run a smaller lineup, I mean, Hawkins,
which they did successfully, because Kofi didn't even play that many minutes against Michigan, did he? I don't think he played that many minutes.
I don't think
they had Georgie playing the 5 in a lot of situations in that game, so they've shown that they can do that. There's the thing that I do worry about, which is a good question, is like there's so many guys in this team that could play and start other places. So hopefully it doesn't create any issues. I don't think it will, but
it's going to be interesting.
Multiple guys transferring out next season after the season.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully not. But no, they officially passed the one-time transfer rule. So
yep,
I think you're going to see this. I think you're going to see this every year now. 1,200 guys in the portal.
It's not great.
It's not going away. So
I wonder how many are in there right now.
I don't know. It was over 1,200. But does that count commits too? I don't know.
I think it probably does. 1,398. It does count commits. You got CJ Frederick.
1,400 now.
Leaving Iowa. You got, I'm trying to look at some Big Ten players who have left. Notable. Montez Mathis leaving Rutgers. Miles Johnson leaving Rutgers. Jacob Young is in the portal. So Rutgers might not be as good either.
Yeah.
Some of these Big Ten teams, you think Illinois had a bad. Of course, Illinois 1 seed once in a decade team. They should still be good next season. You look at Iowa and Rutgers, both teams that made the tournament, they're not going to be any good next year. So
yeah, but you got teams like Maryland, and
Maryland's going to be really good. Michigan State's going to be better. Michigan will be good. Indiana's going to be good.
Decommitted from Texas, so
I think Minnesota will be solid. I can't think of any other Big Ten teams off the top of my head now. So there you go. Wisconsin is going to be okay, I guess.
Wisconsin's going to have a bunch of 8-year seniors next year.
Brad Davison, the 45-year-old, will be back for them. Yeah. So look forward to that. And I guess, are we going to talk about who will – let's just predict right now who fills the scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
I'm going to say somebody we don't know about.
I agree. Cameron Krutwig.
Not talking about yet. So
Cameron Krutwig.
I mean, everybody says Adam Miller wants to play at Illinois, and it's not his.
Doesn't make any
choice.
sense.
But does Illinois need another guard?
I'll tell you this right now.
Guard that doesn't want to be here.
If Miller comes back, he's going to start. It's going to be Curbelo, Frazier, Miller, insert 4, and then insert 5.
I would like another big.
I think I agree.
But I don't know.
Hawkins, if Hawkins puts on some weight, he wouldn't be that bad as a backup 5.
Right. I mean, he's 6'10".
6'10", yeah.
So
I think if you're 6'10" or above, you're fine.
Yeah.
What's Payne? Is Payne 6'10" or 6'9"?
I think he's 6'9", honestly.
I think he plays longer than that, though.
He's got a 27-foot wingspan, though.
Yeah. We could get Jalen Coleman Lands back, or did he already
6'10".
Did he already go somewhere?
6'10", 230.
Where did Jalen Coleman Lands go?
I don't know.
I want him back. Where's he at?
Cares? Coleman Hawkins is 6'10", 215. So basically the same player.
Okay. Get Jalen Coleman Lands back. We'll be rolling. All right.
Let's see where he's going. I don't know.
I guess he hasn't picked yet. Who's going to Kansas State that we were talking about? Someone was going to Kansas State. We talked about that during the last episode.
I can't remember.
It's like a disgruntled type player. And he's going to play for Bruce Weber. Good luck. Is it Mark Smith?
Yes, that's right. And Wesley Cardette, who we had talked about previously, is going to. Where'd he go? I sent you the thing. Samford.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Sam Houston State.
That is a weird one for him, but everyone was like, "Oh man, he's going to come to Illinois. Watch out!" And then, okay,
he is going to Samford.
Good for him. He'll get to be the star.
He said he wanted to do his own thing, so go do your own thing, brother. All right. Anyways,
I guess we'll go to the
comments?
class of 2022 stuff.
Mark Smith. Oh, thank you. Samford. Thank you. Big fish, little pond mentality. Yeah, that's kind of what he said. It was interesting.
I respect it. Hey. It's better than going to Illinois, than being a complete baby, than going to Missouri, than being an even bigger baby and a bitch, and then going to Kansas State. I don't care about what I say about Mark Smith. I'll literally say anything. If he wants to come on the podcast and challenge us, I'm fine with that. Let us know. So we got these class 2022 guys, huh?
Yeah. They both committed recently, so there's a lot of stuff out there about them. Storr went for 31 points, 9 rebounds this weekend. They've both been averaging 20 to 30 points. Storr also said that he is not reclassing to 21. I know that some Illinois people were saying that. There's no reason for him to. He is transferring to IMG, though, so good for him.
Boy.
And then Reggie Bass. Is it Bass or Bass? I want to call him Bass.
It's definitely Bass.
I know. He hit the game-winning 3 in the CP3 tourney. He had 6 threes and 30 points. So Illinois commits for 22 are looking pretty solid right now. I believe AJ Casey was playing in the tournament Storr was in.
He better commit to Illinois.
Yeah. So
is he 2022 or 23? 22, right?
I don't know, bro.
You should know that off the top of your head.
AJ Casey? Oh, 22. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I
wasn't really listening to you.
They need him big time. Big time. Get a 6'8" power forward in there. Number 1 player in the state. I would fire Underwood if he can't get him.
One. If Illinois can get another one, that'd be impressive.
I would fire Underwood if they can't get him, though.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I look at it.
We put him on. I don't know how to do the thing, but
he'd be on the thing.
Underwood, thin ice.
Which that was 4 months ago now. So,
I know. Geez. Look at you now. You're all grown up and got facial hair and stuff.
And Mark Smith was a beach in that game.
All right.
I wish I could have I need to get a clip of the highlight where he had that wide open 3 in the corner, missed it by 40 feet to the left, air ball.
Yeah,
he got it too quick and then shot too quick and had no idea where the ball was going to go, and it missed by Glad he's not on the team. So it's just a simple reload. That's what Illinois is doing because they're going to probably lose multiple guards after this season. Who knows if Curbelo becomes a superstar? Maybe he'll go to the NBA.
True.
And man, if he knows how to shoot next year,
Not wrong.
he will be a big time point guard prospect eventually. So it's a reload. That's how you do it.
We got you, brother. More than
Big reload.
We got you.
Big reload.
Anyways.
So I just put this on there just to kind of, end it thinking about some things.
Yeah.
3 things to think about for the rest of the offseason. Hopefully the next episode we'll have a guest on or something like that. I don't know. Maybe
I DM'd Io. He hasn't hit me back yet. So if anybody's got any connections out there, I'd appreciate it.
I'd like to talk to Underwood about this team, this year's upcoming team. So we need to get him on.
We'll try to get Underwood on. See if we can get a media pass too. You think he can hook us up with one of those?
Well, considering we don't really have a website or write anything about the team, so I don't think they would really have any interest in that.
You need to start writing stuff.
All right, who will be the starting center?
Omar Payne.
I agree. I think that's how it's going to go unless something shocking happens.
That's the only way it goes, right?
You would think so. Scale of 1 to 10, the electricity of this 2021-22 offense.
That's a good one. I'm
going to say 9-9.
I was going to go with 8.5.
Jesus. What, do you not believe in him? 9-9.
I believe.
It's like Curbelo with way more shooters.
I understand that, but until I see these freshmen get out there, start making shots, I can't give them a 9-9. Who's gonna make them all then?
Plummer and Frazier.
Just those two?
Yeah, and Miller when he's back.
Okay. because I understand that, Goody and Podziemski and even Melendez, they made a lot of threes. They're good shooters. But you get to the college level, you got guys running at you. You're back a little bit farther. We'll see. If Kofi was here, 11.
Yeah.
So
will they actually have the capability to run a zone?
Who cares? Who runs a zone anymore?
They could have used it in the tournament.
My thing is, I know we talked about Payne being a better defender than Kofi, but does Underwood change? Does he go back to that old style defense, especially with as deep as this team is supposedly going to be? Does he run 5 in, 5 out and keep it more up pace than he has? We always hear about how he wants to get a shot up every 5 seconds in, which hasn't happened since he's got here. But does he try to do that more with longer guys and not? I mean, I understand Payne's a rim protector, but not a big guy like Kofi. Do you think he changes defense in that perspective?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't want to make any changes.
That's true. He's not.
He's just going to go with the flow.
He's going to go with the flow.
See what happens. Throw him out.
Not
there.
Run a zone because there's no reason to. Nobody runs.
I mean,
maybe they'll throw a 1-3-1 out there, and just to make you happy. They'll throw back to Northwestern back in 2005.
Hey, this team lost in the second round of the tournament, and they had no capability to run a zone. And the teams that make runs in the tournament can run a zone or man-to-man successfully. Syracuse, USC. So, it'd be nice to just know how to run one or use it occasionally just to be ready for that situation.
True.
Because this team looked like they'd never played basketball before when they played Loyola Chicago. So, it'd be nice to Underwood. He's just gonna have to show his
Moser there though. So
yeah, he's gonna have to. It's Oklahoma now, and they got the Groves brothers from Eastern Washington. So watch the hell out. Tanner Groves had like 70 points against Kansas in the tournament, and the other Groves kid had like 40. So watch out. But anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. So that's good. That'll play.
Well, let's wrap her up then.
I had something good. Just learn how to run a zone if you need it. That's all I have to say about that.
There you go.
And they can do it when they got the lengthy guards out there. But with Curbelo, He's a little shorter than most, but he's got good ball skills. He could be a cornerback if he's a little bit into football or something. All right.
Speaking of
enough.
football, Orange and Blue night tonight for all you Illini football fans.
There's Illini football fans?
First
Really?
time they're letting fans in the stadium in like 7 years. So,
I didn't know that they had fans for football
wow,
now. So
that is rude.
I
Anyways.
mean, the football program's a bigger joke than the basketball program ever was, probably.
True.
So there you
Brett
go. Good luck
Bielema's
to
going to change
Brett
that though,
Bielema.
and then we'll start us a football podcast. Never happening, but
0% chance. All right, 67th episode will come your way at some point in the next
we'll try to get somebody
5
on.
years.
We'll try to get somebody on. We'll be back in some time. We'll let you know.
Probably in May, sometime
What's
in May.
happening. Yep.
All right.